dear students. In the last class, I will explain that the matter around us. In this class, I will tell about the atom and molecules notes and audio notes for the blind students and whoever confused with the question and answers for the precise amount of answer is expecting that I will explain today. First question: define atom atomic mass unit. Define atomic mass unit. One atomic mass unit is a one unit unit is equal to the exactly 1 by 12 to the mass one atom of carbon 12. Carbon 112 was chosen as a standard reference for measuring atomic masses. Then, second question: how many atoms are present in one molecule of aluminium sulfate? The chemical formula of aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 3. It contains a two atom of aluminium, two atoms of aluminium and 3 atoms of sulfate and 12 atoms of oxygen. Hence, it is contains a total 17 atoms, which postulates of a Dalton's atomic theory is a result of the law of conservation of mass. Here, law of conservation mass. This law states that the atom are neither be created nor be destroyed. Is a chemical reaction. The postulates of Dalton's is atomic theory. Atoms are invisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. What is an atom? Atom is building blocks of all matters. They were very small. They are smaller than anything we can neither on compare with. Which postulates of Dalton's atomic theory can explain the law of definite proportions? The law of definite proportions. This law states that in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in a definite proportions. Postulates of Dalton's atomic theory: atoms of given elements and identical in a mass and a different chemical properties. Calculate the molar mass of a sulfur and a phosphorus molecules. Here, for sulfur, molar mass S is equals to 32 grams per moles, and sulfur is made up of 8 sulfur molecules. Hence, molar mass of sulfur is S8. Here, 8 into 32 mole per gram is equals to 256 mole per gram. For phosphate, molar mass is a 31 gram per mole. A phosphorus molecule is made up of 4 phosphorus atoms. Hence, molar mass of sulfur P is 4 into 31 mole per gram is equals to 124 mole per gram. Give a reason of the following. Why is incorrect to say that atoms are invisible particle? It is incorrect to say that atoms are invisible particle because later on it was discovered that atom can be further divided contains some fundamental subatomic particles which are electrons, protons and neutrons. Even neutrons and protons are subdivided into two different types. The following diagrams are shown in the division of a particles in a matter. Here, matter atom is an electron, chem, proton, neutron and quark. Here, give a reason for the following. Of most of the elements are not able to exist independently, then how these atoms from the matter that we can feel, see or touch. Atom of most elements is not able to exist independently. Atom from the molecules and ions. The molecular ions are aggregated in a large number in a form of matter that we can see, feel or touch. I give reason for the following. It said the molecules of many elements such as argon, helium, neon, etc. is made up of only an atom of the molecule. Why is it so? Molecules of many elements such as argon, helium, neon, etc. are made up of only one atom of the element because these elements are noble gases which are unreactive in nature. They have a completely filled outermost shells. As a result, they are unable to combine with any other elements. Hence, they exist independently in the form of single atom. Give reason for the following. The atom of elements such as helium, neon, argon, radon, etc. do not form ions easily. Why is it so? The atom of elements such as helium, neon, argon, radon, etc. do not form ions easily because these elements are noble gases which is unreactive in nature. They are completely filled an outermost shell. As a result, they do not lose or gain the electrons. They do not lose or gain the electrons. Hence, they exist independently in the form of single atom and do not form an ion easily. Give a reason for the following. Why the valency of element is considered a very important. Importance of valency. The combining power of an element is known as valency. Valency can be used to find out how the atom of an element will combine with the atom of another element to form compound. Give a difference between atom and an ion. Differences between the atom and ion is here. Atom is a building block of all matters of atoms. Atoms are divided into protons, neutrons and electrons. Atoms may or may not be able to exist independently. For example, sodium, SS, sulfur, potassium, etc. Not potassium, that is phosphorus, P4, phosphorus, etc. Then ions, compounds composed of metals and non-metals as charged species. Charged species are known as ions. Ions are divided into cation and anion. Ions are exist only independently for the sodium ion Na plus and calcium ion Ca2 plus. Differentiate between the cation and an anion. Here the differences between the cation and anion. Cation is a positively charged ion is called cation. When any atom is loses electrons is become cation. For example, Na plus, Ca2 plus and Mg2 plus. Anion A negatively charged ion is called anion. When any atom is gain electrons becomes anion. For example, Cl minus means chlorine sulfate, SO4 2 minus, and CO3 2 minus. What is meant by molecular mass, chemical formula, and more? Molecular mass. The molecular mass of a substance is a sum of atomic masses of all atoms in a molecule of a substance. It is used those substances whose constituents are present or molecules. For example, molecular mass of CO2 is equals to 1 into atomic mass of carbon plus 2 into atomic mass of oxygen, that is 12 plus 2 into 16 is 12 plus 32 is equals to 44U. Chemical formula. Chemical formula is a compound, is a symbolic representation of a composition. The chemical formula for a different compounds can be written easily. For writing a chemical formula, we need to learn the symbols and combining capacity of elements. For example, chemical formula of a carbon tetrachloride is a valency of carbon is a 4 and the valency of a chlorine is 1. For applying this crisis, here see um, to 1 for chlorine, 4 valency. A formula is CCl4. CCl4 means chloroform. This is a formula of chloroform or carbon tetrachloride. Thus, the formula of a carbon tetrachloride is CCl4. 1 mole of any species, atom, ion or molecules having that quantity in a number having a mass equal to the atomic or molecular mass in grams. Give the main postulates of Dalton atomic theory. Postulates of Dalton's atomic theory are: elements are made up of very small, invisible particles called atoms. All atoms of a particular element is an identical in a shape. Properties of atom of a particular element are different from the atom one atom to other elements. An atom can neither be created nor be destroyed. Atom of one element cannot be converted into those to another element. Explain giving a suitable example. Laws of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. A law states that atoms are neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. This means that total mass of a product is formed in a chemical reaction must be equal to a mass of a reactant consumed. For example, CaCO3, that is 100 grams, CaO 50 grams plus CO2 44 grams. Sum of mass of reactants is equals to sum of masses of product. Explain the given suitable example for a law of constant property. Law of constant property. This law states that in a chemical substances, the elements are always present in a definite proportions by mass. For example, ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen are always present in ratio of 14.3 by mass. Whenever the method or a source from which it is obtained in a water, hydrogen and oxygen are always present in a ratio 1 is to 8 by mass. whatever the method or source from which water is obtained. Give a formula of a compound magnesium bicarbonate, cupric oxide, ferric oxide, and ammonium hydroxide, calcium carbonate, and potassium carbonate. Here, magnesium bicarbonate. Magnesium bicarbonate, valency of magnesium is 2, valency of carbonate is 2. Then by applying um, crisis, crisis crisscross method, here the symbol and valency. Here magnesium 2 carbonate is a 2, valency formula MgCO3. Next, cupric oxide, valency of cupric is 2, valency of oxide is 2. Then applying the crisscross method, symbol CuCl2 CuO. Ferric oxide is valency of ferric is 3, valency of oxide 2. By applying the crisscross method, symbol FeO3 to Fe2O3. Ammonium hydroxide, here valency of ammonium is 1 and valency of hydroxide is 1. By applying the crisscross method, NH4OH 1 NH4OH. Here then calcium carbonate, valency of calcium is 2 and valency of carbonate 2. Here by applying the crisscross method, CaCO3. Potassium carbonate, valency of potassium is 1 and valency of carbonate is 2. By applying the crisscross method is K2CO3. What is the rules to be kept in mind to return the chemical formula? The rules which will be kept in mind is while writing the chemical formula is the valency or charge on ion is ion balance is a must. Then when the compound is consisting of metal and non-metal, name a symbol of a metal is written first. For example, calcium oxide CaO, sodium chloride NaCl, where oxygen and chlorine are written on the right, whereas calcium and sodium are written on the left. If the valency of a two elements are the same, we will simplify the formula. In a compound formed with the polyatomic ions, the ions are enclosed the bracket. Before writing the number of indication the ratio, what is mass in a gram of atom of oxygen is to calculate the mass of one atom of oxygen is one mass of oxygen is equals to 16. 1 mole of atom is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. This is Avogadro number. Hence the mass of oxygen is equals to atomic mass of mole of atom divided by Avogadro number. Hence, mass of one oxygen atom is 16 divided by 6.0022 into 10 to the power of 23. Mass of one oxygen atom is equals to 2.65 into 10 to the power of 23 grams. What is mass in gram of one atom of sodium? Answer: to calculate the mass of one atom of sodium, atomic mass of sodium is equals to 23. 1 mole of atom is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 Avogadro number. Hence, mass of sodium atoms is equals to atomic mass of a mole of atoms divided by Avogadro's number. Hence, mass of one sodium atom is equals to 23 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Mass of one oxygen atom is 6.81 into 10 to the power of 23 grams. which has a more number of atoms, 100 grams of magnesium or 100 grams of aluminium. Given atomic mass of magnesium is 24 and aluminium 27 U. Answer: 100 grams of magnesium, 1 mole of magnesium atom is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. This means 24 grams of magnesium has 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Then 100 grams contains number of magnesium atoms is equals to given mass divided by molar mass into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Next, number of magnesium atom is equals to 100 grams divided by 24 U into 6.22 into 10 to the power of 23. Number of magnesium ions is 2.5 into 10 to the power of 24 atoms, and 100 grams of aluminium is 1 mole of aluminium atom is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. This means that 27 grams of aluminium has 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Then 100 grams contains number of aluminium atom is equals to given mass divided by molar mass into 0.22 into 10 to the power of 23. Number of aluminium atoms is equals to 100 grams divided by 27 U into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Number of aluminium atoms are 2.2 into 10 to the power of 24 atoms. Here this 100 grams of magnesium has more atoms. Calculate the number of molecules of sulfur present in 64 grams of solid sulfur given atomic mass of S sulfur is equals to 32 U. Here aluminium mass of S is 32 unit and atomic mass of sulfur is 8 into 32 U is equals to 256 U. 1 mole of atomic aluminium atom is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. This means 265 grams of yes 265 grams of sulfate has 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Here 64 grams contains the number of S8 molecules is equals to given mass divided by molar mass into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Number of S8 molecules are 64 grams divided by 256 U into 6.22 into 10 to the power of 23. The number of S8 molecules is equals to 1.5 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Thus, the number of molecules of sulfur S8 is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Calculate the number of aluminium ions present in 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide given at mass of aluminium is 27 U. Given aluminium mass of aluminium is 27 U, molar mass of aluminium oxide Al2O3 is equals to 2 into 27 plus 3 into 16 is equals to 54 plus 48 is equals to 102 grams. Next, this means 1 or 2 grams of Al2O3 as 2 into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Then 0.051 grams of contains number of aluminium ions is equals to given mass divided by molar mass into 2 into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Here given mass is 0.51 grams, then molar mass is 102 grams into 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Then number of aluminium ions is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 20. This 0.051 grams of aluminum oxide contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 20 aluminum ions. This is the calculation. Here, like this, same way the calculation is continuous from this onwards. I will skip this part because all calculations are similar but values are different. You substitute values and do the problems. I will show here. See, mass of sodium and molar mass of sodium. Here mass of aluminium and molar mass of aluminium. Then calculate the number of atoms present. Here 1 mole contains this much, and how much you want to do. Here take a screenshot because more exercise will be there. Then I will continue the MCQs. Here mass of one atom of oxygen is, here the answer is calculation. To calculate one atom of oxygen, you are taking first mass of oxygen. Here, see. Then sucrose is dissolved in 18 gram of water in a beaker. The number of oxygen molecule in a solution. Here the calculation will be there. Mass of glucose and molar mass of sucrose. You will take this and solve the content. See, don't neglect these calculations because calculation is also more important. What a chemical changes of the physical state is brought about. A change of physical state can be brought about only when energy is either given to or taken out from the system. When the energy is given, it is called endothermic reaction. When the energy is released from system, it is called as an exothermic reaction. In the compounds such as water, the ratio of mass of hydrogen to mass of oxygen is always, in a water, hydrogen and oxygen is always present in a ratio 1:8. 1:8 by mass. Whatever the method is source from the which of the water is obtained. Then which of the following postulates of an atomic Dalton's atomic theory postulates I will explain. Already I will explain this concept. Then which of the following case may represent 14 nu? This question is also I will explain already, and that's why I will skip and I will show the answer and I will skip this. See, these all MCQ questions I will already covered, so that's why I will show only answers. Please, if you want, take screenshots. If you want more details, take screenshots because these concepts I will explained already. If you have any blur images, please for ಈ ತ್ರೀ ಡಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 720p ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಜುವಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಇನ್ನೇನಾದರೂ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ನೇನಾದರೂ ಎನಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕಿದ್ದರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೀನಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಶಾಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. One mole of H2O means, here the calculation. Take screenshot because I will explain this. I will already explain all this content, so take screenshots. This is compressive exercises. True or false? If you want, take screenshot because I will explain all these compounds and contents. This is all basics, whichever you go, these basics are very important. Please understood that. This much is enough. So I will wind up the class. Is there any doubts? Please comment me and I will clarify your doubt in a next video. Like this only support me, encourage me for doing more videos. Thank you for watching video, my dear students. Thank you. Please like, subscribe. Please like, subscribe and share my videos for whoever wants. If you felt it is really useful, subscribe my channel to do more videos. Thank you for watching video.